All right, what's up, everybody out there? Artist of Strong Style here. Here, I'm going to show you again. Yeah, okay. The King of Skull Servants decks. The only reason why I keep on doing it a lot is because I have different kind of methods of how I make it. So every single time I have a way of making it in different kind of varieties, I'm just willing to show you guys. So yeah, even if it's like this is like what, the third or fourth time, it doesn't really matter to me. Maybe the same, maybe not, but every single time I have a different kind of way of making a way of playing the deck. I'm just willing to show you guys because yeah, I just want to show you all the different kind of methods I do and how creative I am making the King of Skull Servants decks with any other particular kind of way. So pretty much almost the same exact thing. So pretty much it's just the same monsters, and then there's gonna be a it's gonna be a huge, way huge differently. So okay, yeah. Pretty much, yeah. King of Skull Servants is most likely gonna depend on this is your boss monster, the King of Skull Servants. Times 1,000 for each Skull Servant or anything that's called Skull Servant in the graveyard. Times 1,000, the attack will be of King of Skull Servants. If it is destroyed by battle, okay, it's destroyed. If it's destroyed by a card effect, you can remove and play one Skull Servant or anything that's called Skull Servant, revive it right back from the graveyard. If it's destroyed by battle, it just can't be, it's in the graveyard, remove one from play, and then special summon one. Nah, it's only on that one turn. If it's destroyed by a card effect. If it's destroyed by battle, it's gone. And yeah, just a level 1 monster, but a huge attack you can make it. Compared to like other decks, compared to like other monsters that we know, like if you're gonna synchro and make a huge, like Super Red Nova Dragon, the Red Dragon Archfiend that came out, you have to do a lot of material. You have to use a lot of monsters and a lot of material, including tuners, to make your fusion. And yeah, it's a lot of materials compared to just one level 1 monster. That's all it is. And you can make the attack so high, maybe higher than 4,000. Because yeah, Super Red Nova Dragon's 4,000. You can make it up to maybe 7,000, 8,000. Due to the fact of how many Skull Servants or everything else is going to be called Skull Servant into the graveyard. King of Skull Servants. Then there's the regular Skull Servants, the other one you're going to need. The original Skull Servant. This is the monster you do not really want to get in your hand. You want it in your graveyard. Then there's the White Princess. 3 copies, not 2, not 1. White Princess. This card becomes Skull Servant. So yeah, even if it's just not named Skull Servant, it becomes named Skull Servant in the graveyard. White Princess. When normal summon, you can send away. Yeah, you can send away a White Prince from your deck to the graveyard. During either player's turn, you can tribute this card from your hand or field to the graveyard. All monsters currently on the field, attack and defense is equal. Times 300 is going to be lowered by the monster level or by rank. So this is going to hit on your opponent's Exceed. It just can't hit on the links. I wish you could, but you cannot because the links have no levels until the end of this turn. Then yes, the White Prince. Anytime it is sent, either way it's sent to the graveyard, you can send away a Skull Servant and a Lady in White to the graveyard. So this is automatic, and yeah, it counts as Skull Servant. So if it's thrown away, you're gonna send away another 2, and they're gonna be called Skull Servant. So it's as soon as you have a level your King of Skull Servants, that's already a 3,000 attack already. You're making it. White Baconing. This card becomes Skull Servant in the graveyard. If a level 3 or lower zombie monsters you control will be destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can discard White Bacon from your hand. And when you do that, you're going to save it instead, your monster that would have been destroyed by card effect or by battle. Then You choose 2 names of a different that is called Skull Servant or mention as Skull Servant, which, yeah, all your prince, your princesses, or even your King of Skull Servants. Get 2 of a different name. Out of those 2, 1 must go away. This is when you're going to want to already go into the main combo you want to do. If you do that, is get a King of Skull Servants and a White Prince. Discard 1, keep your King of Skull Servants, send away your White Prince, and then you'll get the effect of sending 2 away. And then that'll be 3, because you're sending away the White Prince and a Skull Servant. And then I'm going to show you right here in a bit. Even with the White Baconing, that's going to be 4. 4 already you're throwing in for your King of Skull Servants. And then the Lady in Whites. Level 3 or lower zombie monsters on the field, except Lady in White, cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, they are unaffected by spell, trap cards, and effects. And yeah, all of them are named as Skull Servant. And then just White Mare. Only 1. You don't need anything else. I would just go with 1 White Mare. If it is in the graveyard, this card is treated as Skull Servant. All of them have that effect. They're all going to be called Skull Servant. You can discard. Activate one of the following effects. Select one of your remove from play Skull Servant or White Mare. Return it to the graveyard. Or select one of your remove from play Lady in White or Skull Servants and special summon it. Basically, I'm not depending on that effect. I'm just depending on you want another Skull Servant. So yeah, if you saw my other decks, yeah, it was with branded. No, this is not branded. This is just a pure. This is going to go just King of Skull Servant. There's no branded in here. So yeah, pretty much the same lineup. The only difference is, yeah, there is no Fallen of Albaz. So no branding. So those are the monsters. We'll go to magics now. Okay, this is how it's going to be different. First off, 3 Forbidden Droplets. Why I'm using Forbidden Droplet is because send any number of cards from your hand and or on the field to the graveyard. Choose that many effect monsters your opponent controls and until the end phase. Now this is what Forbidden Droplet does. So that's the first effect. You're going to send away cards from your hand. And you're going to choose for how many you throw away in your graveyard. In your hand to the graveyard. So let's say 2. Well, then hit 2 of your opponent's monsters. Their effect's going to be unaffected. It's cut in half. And your opponent cannot respond to Forbidden Droplet. A quick play spell card. Until the end of the turn. And only once per turn. So, yeah. Hopefully, this is going to help you a bit for, sending away cards you do not need in your hand. Or on the field. And then, same goes for the Prince. Remember, that's thrown away. Send away another 2. Send away a Lady in White and a Skull Servant. You have Skull Servant in your hand. You do not want that in your hand. So hopefully, you can Forbidden Droplet. And you can play it from your hand. Is what a friend told me. Play it from your hand. You can do that as well. Always, one of the best is Book of Moon. One of the best spell cards out of all still. Quick play as well. Except you cannot play it from your hand. Now, here's another thing. Enemy Controller. It is it's not completely an old card. Well, I would say it possibly is, but nobody really uses them. I haven't seen anybody use enemy controllers. Target one face-on monster your opponent controls. Change that to defense position. Or tribute one monster, then target one face-on monster your opponent controls, take control of it. Basically, you do not really have to do that. It's just like another thing like Book of Moon, except Book of Moon puts them face down and it's in defense position, or enemy controller, one face up. Target one, switch it to defense position. Of your choice. Two Raigeki. I would go 3, but I put my third one as Harpy's Feather Duster. Book of Moon. Foolish Burial. 1 for 1. Now, this card came back. I don't know how many people would use this still, but I would just use it. The Snatch Steal came back. Take control of your opponent's monster until Snatch Steal is gone, and then every single time on your turn, your opponent gains 1,000 attack, which sucks, but at least you're taking away their monster. Now, here's one my friend told me, and I would just put it in just for the hell of it because you want to have some real fun, is Optic Camouflage Armor. This is what it does. This card can be only equipped to a level 1 monster. Level 1 monster, right? I just said level 1 monster. Why equip it to King of Skull Servants? Because of the second effect. You equip it to a level 1 monster, right? A monster equipped with this card can attack your opponent's life points directly. And for how big of a monster you create it to be, let's say 5,000. Okay. Boom, 5,000 directly. You do not have to hit the opponent's monsters. Hit your own monster. Hit them directly. Optic Camouflage Armor. So yeah, I just put in one. One is all you need. I do have 3, but one I think is all you need. And then if you just want to have some more fun doing that, have some fun doing that. As for traps, okay. Paleozoic Damamiscus. Okay. Target one face-up card your opponent controls. Discard 1 card. So again, you're discarding cards from your hand. And if you do, banish it. Banish the 1 card your opponent has. Once per chain. So it's a chain effect. Then you put it to your spell. You put it as a monster with a water type that is attack. Well, attack is 1,200. Defense is 0. So that's what it does. Yeah, you're discarding. This card is, and it is not treated as a trap card. Of course, we already know some trap cards. Okay, yeah, you equip it, and then yeah, it's going to be destroyed like Zoma the Spirit. It's considered as a trap card, I believe it is, or I forgot. Some trap cards, yeah, you can just put it to this from your trap monster zone to the field zone, and they become as rather they're magic or trap cards. No, this one is not considered as a trap monster. Well, from your, pretty much you get the idea. You're gonna put it to your monster zone because it's gonna become a monster. But even if it's considered a trap card, it becomes a monster card. It's not a trap card anymore. It is unaffected by monster effects. Banish it when it leaves the field. So I never thought of running this. And then my last trap card is Needle Bug Nest. Reason: send the top 5 cards from your deck to the graveyard. You're going to want to send away cards. Hopefully none of those King of Skull Servants will go away. But with Monster Reborn in your hand, if you need to bring those out, bring them out for your King of Skull Servants. Hopefully they don't get thrown away either. Now, of course, yeah, I would play those fairy ones. I forgot what their names were, but yeah, those got banned. Of course, send away the top 5. Your opponent sends away the top 5. But you need some help to send those away. So you can get one huge boost up of a King of Skull Servant. And then if you need to, let me just put it right here. Okay, for your level 1s, just Linkuriboh, Relinquished Anima. For a 2, IP Masquerena, Nightmare Phoenix, and a Nightmare Unicorn. There are others. I wouldn't really, I could put those in, the Appaloosa, except Appaloosa is a 4 and, you're not really making that. So I would just go a little package like this, Linkuriboh, Relinquished Anima, Masquerena, Nightmare, and Unicorn. I would not depend on this a lot, but if you need to, okay, you need to. But hopefully your main thing is to go with King of Skull Servants. So yeah, even if on the field, remember, White Princess is going to send away, activate, send away, send away. That's 3 already. And then you're making a Skull Servants. Yeah, 3,000. And then if you want to, make a 4,000. Here's just the thing also with, okay, White Baking. Where are you? White Baking. If you had a zombie, let's just say White Princess. You're going to save it with White Bacon. Search for 2, right? So, mention as Skull Servant or is the Skull Servant. So you would go with, okay, King of Skull Servants and White Prince. One must go away. I will send away my White Prince. Then I will send away my Lady in White, King of Skull Servant. And then when it comes to your turn, you just gave yourself 4. And if you need to, tribute 5. Instant already going to give yourself 4 Skull Servants. So yeah, I may be doing deck profiles of so many Skull Servants, but I'm just willing to show you guys of what kind of ways I have made this deck. So yeah, King of Skull Servants. Another version. A normal way. I've done a normal way. I've done a branded way. Here's another normal way, but with different cards, different varieties. No branded. There is no compulse, no torrential. None of those competitive cards, because I will never use those because I don't trust them. And those are pretty much if you're gonna play a. Because I play creative. I don't play for I don't play competitive. So just yeah, it's a bit different. And then with those trap cards, the needle bug bust. Yeah, I just never did those cards. And then yeah, the Pelizodic, never ran that before. I never used enemy controllers before. So yeah, this is all new. And then this camouflage armor, never did it. Snatch Steel back. Forbidden Droplets, didn't put those in before. Yeah, Needlebug Nest, never did it before either. So yeah, different varieties, different kind of methods. I found a way of putting these in and making a deck out of the King of Skull Servants. So yeah, like I said, each time I have different ways, different methods. I'm willing to show you guys what I've done. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe. Now I'll do a video on this, on how the deck is played and how I'm playing it this way compared to the branded way, compared to another normal King of Skull Servant. I will speak to y'all later. Peace.